So Eli, where you're playing in California, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And sports betting is not legal in California. So how'd you kind of like find Bankroll?
I think that's right. Ty reached out to me. That's right, on Discord. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So it was
This
like
one first.
I saw some of the ads. Yeah, like I saw some of the ads and stuff like that, but for the most part it was Ty. Like he reached out to me on Discord, and then he was telling me about BankrollU, and then at first I was like, "Nah, I'm good, I'm good doing what I'm doing. It's fine. Thank you, but no thank you." But
Yeah, yeah.
he kept telling me about the live betting, and I'm like, you know what? Like I do like to live bet, so let's give it a shot. And then
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much how it started.
I kind of forgot you're one of the OG guys from like way in the beginning because you were playing on other platforms originally, right? When Ty reached out.
Yeah, I was using another platform, and then I would just use like my regular sports book. Yeah.
Nice. Cool, man. Good. So like, yeah, I guess it kind of jumped in, but like, where are you from and like, what do you do outside of betting and things like that? Like, kind of who are you as a person? Tough
All
question.
right. Yeah. So
Hey, Eli, who are you?
my name is yeah. So yeah, my name's Eli. Born and raised in Los Angeles, California.
Nice.
31 years old. Father of three. Yeah, I mean, pretty much been in California my whole life. I'm a Chargers fan, so go Chargers. Hopefully they do good this season. I'm a Lakers fan, of course. I'm from LA, so I have to be, right. But
Yeah,
besides
yeah.
that, oh, Dodgers too. Can't forget the Dodgers. Dodgers fan as
All in,
well.
maybe.
Yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much that's a little summary of me. So.
There you go. Well, as you're betting, like you obviously made a bunch of money on Bankroll. You were a first person to pass P100, which is huge. You got an awesome payout with that. Was there any specific game or sport that you focused on as you were building your bankroll and playing? Or is there like a strategy that you followed that was kind of your own that you used to like get all the way through level P100?
It's like my favorite sports to bet on are for sure UFC and NFL. Obviously football hasn't started yet, but I'd say UFC, baseball, I have a pretty good understanding of how the games are gonna go for the most part. And tennis, at first me and tennis were kind of rocky. I'm like, man, this is like hit and miss for me, but I've
Right.
been starting to understand it better. So, yeah,
There you go.
pretty much I could do like multiple sports. For the most part, yeah, I'm pretty versatile when it comes to that. My strategy, I mean, it's like to live bet. That's my main like bread and butter right there. But I can also pregame bet too. It's not really what it's not my strong suit. But like if I need to pregame bet, I could do that as well. So but yeah, I mean, I just try to basically like look at the odds, and obviously I'm looking at the players to see who's playing and see if there's any injuries, see how the players perform in certain conditions, if it's raining, if it's cold, hot, whatever. These are things that I'm looking at. And when it comes to baseball, I'm really focused on who's pitching. Like that's a really big indicator for me if I'm gonna be betting on that game. The pitcher means like a lot to me when it comes to betting baseball. So
There you go. Got it. So was there a moment in your kind of come up because you won P100 twice? You did it on what was your first bankroll? Was it a 1K or what was the first one that you did?
yeah, the first one was a 1K. Yeah.
Cool. Was there a moment when you felt like it clicked and like you're like, I got this?
Uh, yes and no. I mean, I will say the confidence kind of went up for sure.
Yeah.
Because after passing the first time, I'm like, you know what, my confidence is boosted up now. So if you could do it once, you could do it again. Like that's my mindset. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like, oh, I mastered it, I have it all figured out now, but I will say that my confidence grew, and like I'm not second guessing picks as much. Like that's one thing that I used to do. Like one flaw was I used to second guess picks a lot. Like
Yeah.
I would have a pretty good judgment on a pick, and then I would hear from someone else like, no, that's not a good pick or whatever, and then I'll be like, you know what, maybe you're right. Then I'll switch it to their pick and I end up losing, stuff like that. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm just really going with my gut feeling on how I think the game is gonna go. So
There you go. That Kobe Bryant, MJ, just don't think, do. That's it. If you feel it in your gut,
pretty
go
much.
for it. Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yep.
That's awesome. Did you feel like when you jumped from the 1K bankroll to the 10K that you were playing with, was there any difference in like how it felt managing a larger amount, or was it all just you're still locked in, knew what you're doing?
That's a good question. You know, when you do get a larger bankroll, it does kind of, it can psych you out a little bit. Like you're
Yeah.
kind of like, dang, should I put this much on there? Should I put that much on there? Like you kind of second guess how much you should put on a bet. So that's one thing that I will say that kind of had me, I was kind of overthinking it a little bit, but it's all pretty much the same. It's just whether it's a 1K, 3K, 5K, 10K, you just gotta, really just go with your gut feeling and not overthink it, man. Because like a lot of people, they overthink sports betting a lot.
Yeah.
Like go with what you feel like. The way I see it, you're doing all your research, and if you're doing all that research for an hour or two, and then you come up with your pick, and then someone tells you, no, I don't agree with that pick this team, and then you're like, okay, fine, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that team. And it's like, what was the point of doing all that research? It makes no sense. So
Yeah, what was it all for?
what was it all for? So now I'm just at the point now, like, you know what, like I've done my research, like I gotta stick to the bets that I feel is gonna win. And if it wins, great. If it loses, then great. You know what I mean? So that's what I say.
There you go. Was there any times in that long that stretch, right, that you were way down and you were battling back and you were like, oh man, this one's toast? Because I see you in the Discord, you're all over in a good way, like you're driving
Yeah.
station in there too. And I love like the direct feedback that you give in that. Was there any point in like the big one where you're like, shit, I'm not coming back from this?
Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of have those little, I mean, it's normal, you know what I mean? It's
Right,
perfectly
yeah.
normal to have like a little bit of doubt where you're like, dang man, I'm like down like 7K right now. How am I gonna get out of this? And you start kind of like doubting yourself, like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna lose this challenge, but then I'll buy a new one,
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there's been a few times where I was like, dang man, like this one might not go the way that I planned. Like I might gotta buy a new one.
Yeah.
And like I want people to know too, it wasn't all peaches and cream. Like I didn't come on here and just start winning. Like I was losing, like I was losing bankrolls, and I was like, man, like a lot of people get discouraged, like when they lose and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna start something, like I'm gonna figure it out, or at least I think I figured it out, or whatever. But I'm gonna try my best to win. Like especially if I'm buying multiple ones and I'm losing over and over again, I'm like, you know what? Something has to give, like you gotta beat this, So yeah, and that's what happened. Like at first I was losing, or like I would do pretty good. I'll get to like P50 and then I'll lose, or P25 and then I'll lose, but I will never get to P100. Like that's been the story since I started. Like I would always get to P25, P50, but never P100. But then now it's just like, you know what? Like I feel more confident now for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, on that exact point, I know we were talking over Discord when you first passed. We're like, hey, we got to jump in and do an interview and something like this. This is awesome. Like, how'd you feel the first time you hit the big payout, past the P1? Do you remember how that felt? And you were like, was it huge? Do you remember what you were doing or any of that?
Oh, you're saying the very first payout, right?
Yeah, the first pass, and then also I want to hear about the second one, the real big one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the first payout, I kind of like, I was pretty happy, I was real excited. And then I just told myself, you know what, like if you could do it once, you could do it again. And I don't want people to think like it was a fluke, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm very big on like if you could do it once, you could do it again. Like that's always my mindset. So just, you have to believe that you can do it again too. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't want myself to think or others to think like, you know what, he got lucky, that was a fluke, he ain't doing that again, But I had to go and show like it wasn't just a fluke, I could do it again, and I could do it again, So
and you did it back, yeah. So what are you gonna? So you got a payout of it was just over $20,000 on your second one, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Is there anything that you're gonna like spend that on, or you got something set aside for it?
Uh, it's a good question. Right now, I'm just kind of for the most part, I'm pretty much gonna save it for right now. I have been like paying off some debt for sure. Yeah, I'm paying off some debt right now. So I'm gonna go out and like buying a bunch of things, which is cool, but like I'm trying to focus on like paying off like debt and stuff like that first, and then I'll go and worry about that stuff later.
Did you learn anything through playing Bankroll that you didn't learn when you were playing at regular sports books? It was like some of the barriers and things we have in place, like the guardrails with like max bet limits. Obviously, with us as a funded account, I think it was beneficial not having daily drawdowns, because like when you said you were down like 7K, you were able to battle and come back out of it. Was there any other things that we had on the platform that kind of helped guide you in the right way?
Yeah, it's cool to be able to have what is it, the Playmaker channel? You know what I mean? It's cool to be able to see their different viewpoints too. So like I'll go and come up with my own bet, but I also like to go on the Playmaker channel and see what the other playmakers have, you know what I mean? Just to see if we're like on the same page, stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool to go on there and see that as well.
Nice. And to your
besides that, yeah, I mean, and then also besides that, it is cool to have. At first, I was like, why is there a max bet limit? At first, this is my first time. I was like, max bet limit. But I'm like, you know what? It does make sense. It makes sense, and it also helps you like bet smarter too. So yeah, that's a good thing too.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, if there's, I mean, kind of wrapping it out here, it's like if someone's on the fence about joining Bankroll, like, what do you have to say to someone who's like, I don't know, I don't want to do a funded account, I don't want to?
Man, if you're on the fence, I'd say to stop being on the fence and go buy that Bankroll. NFL season's coming up, college football's coming up. Don't overthink it. Buy Bankroll, man, and go and pass that P100, man. Yeah.
There you go. Cool. Well, Eli, this is awesome. Is there anything else that's next for you as far as like, do you have like socials or stuff that people you'd want to give out or send out or anything like that? People follow you or anything like that, or just in the Discord?
Yeah, I mean, Discord, if somebody ever wants to talk to me, it's Eli_Toller.
Yep.
And then on Instagram, same thing. Well, actually for Instagram, I think it's just Eli Toller. But yeah, just type in Eli, type in Toller, you'll find me.
Sweet, man. Well, I appreciate you working all night and then jumping straight out to do an interview with us and kind of tell everybody how Bankroll worked and what happened for you. It's super cool. Glad you were here kind of since the day one type of guy, and even more happy that it paid off for you ultimately. And hope you get 2 or 3 more P100. Hopefully not too many, because you kind of hurting us here. But keep ripping it, man. We love it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.